Welcome, everybody. My name is Scott Conklin. I'm the Director of Admissions, and I'm here with our head golf coach, Matt Fitzgerald, and one of his athletes, Collier Lilly. And so we're excited to talk more about the golf program, some of the opportunities that we have for our athletes who are interested in golfing. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Coach Fitz and Collier to introduce themselves.
Excellent. I'll just point out it's Captain Collier Lilly, not just a player, but Captain. But my name is Matt Fitzgerald. As Mr. Conklin mentioned, I'm the golf coach at Episcopal High School. I wear a number of hats here at Episcopal. I also coach math. I live on campus. Sorry, did I say I coach math? I teach math. It's been a long day and a long week, but I teach entrepreneurship as well, and I also advise students here at Episcopal. So and do activities. I don't know. There's a number of things. Being an on-campus full-time teacher, coach, a number of hats that I wear. But golf is certainly one of those that I really enjoy a ton of.
My name's Collier Lilly. I'm from Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm a senior at Episcopal this year, and I'm involved in several different clubs and programs at Episcopal, like the activities committee, and cheerleader program and community council and stuff like that. I play varsity basketball and been involved in the golf program for all 4 years at Episcopal, and Coach Fitz has been the coach all 4 years in golf. It's a whole lot of fun. It's something that gets everyone involved, and it's whole lot of fun. So
great, thanks, Collier. Coach, can you kind of give a quick overview of some of the highlights of the program?
Yeah, sure. So we're a spring program. There are some schools locally that do fall program. We are a spring only program, which means our season runs from mid-February through the end of May. We are a varsity only program. We keep about 12 players on the squad, and we like to do a spring break trip, although we haven't been able to the last couple of years, generally down to Florida. Our season really gets, we have tryouts in February. Practices begin in earnest when it warms up a little bit right after spring break in March. And then the peak of our season is sort of that April, early May time period, where typically we're playing 2 matches a week, 9-hole matches. When we play our league matches, we're part of a IAC league here. League matches can sometimes be 18 holes. When we go to state championships, looks like we have I'm outside, so we got some traffic, air traffic coming through here, helicopter, but I'll give it one moment to pass the by. And so most of our matches, as I was saying, are 9 holes, but occasionally we'll have 18-hole matches for big tournaments in late April and May. We will travel as far away as Southern Virginia, which is about 2 hours away. And but most of our matches are local in the DC metro area.
Coach, you want to go through some of the slides so that players can see?
Right. Yeah.
Some of these.
Great call. Okay, here's my captain from a couple of years ago, swinging away. So this will actually give you a good sense of where we play. We do on campus. We do have a TrackMan, and we're able to bring in the TrackMan out into the fields. But we're blessed to have 3 great relationships with some local courses. One being Bellhaven Country Club right in Alexandria, as well as Mount Vernon Country Club, and as well as Army Navy Club. So those 3 are really great courses for us to play locally. They're all within a couple of miles. We are a co-ed program. In fact, there's Pendleton Bogosh in the lower right-hand corner. You see, she's a great player for me. She went on to play at Georgetown, 4 years varsity there. But And here's one of my captains who went on down to UVA right there. Okay, this is a cool little look here. So there's the Hershey Athletic Center. This is where we will oftentimes meet up. We will once a week even through the season, we have a fitness day, typically on Friday afternoons. So we'll work on strength. I believe that golf is an athletic endeavor just like any other, and fitness and strength are important components of that. So we will build that into our program in addition to range days and practice days playing 9 holes. So there's a little look at our facilities here. Moving on, this is some shots from the guys down, looks like Belhaven Country Club. Get the team bags there. And I guess that's the end of the slideshow right there. Okay, let me exit that out so we can continue the conversation.
Awesome.
And
Thanks.
I'll stop sharing.
All right. So I'm going to do a little Q&A, and I'll start with Collier. Collier, can you tell us a little bit about your experience as a golfer at Episcopal? I know you've been on the team. This is your 4th year coming up. What's it like to be a member of the golf team?
Well, my experience on the golf team has been great. It's like the group of guys every year that I've been there, it's been the best group of guys. We all get along, and it really doesn't matter who you play with because with the golf during practices you play with 4 people or in foursomes, and it never matters who you play with because everyone makes it fun. Everyone makes it fun, and it's just a great time. And Coach Fitz does a great job coaching us, and match days are a whole lot of fun. Just spending time with the guys, and after match days, because golf the 9-hole match will take about 2 hours and 30 minutes usually, and so we'll usually get to go eat a nice meal after, which is good time to spend time, or great to spend time with all the guys, and it's overall it's a great experience, a whole lot of fun. There's no time when you really want to be back on campus. It's all you want to go play, and it's a whole lot of fun. So great experience overall.
And can you talk a little bit about some of the courses that you play at, the practices and the games, and what those courses are like?
Yeah, we go to, like Mr. Fitz was saying, Belhaven is our Belhaven, and Belhaven we play our home matches at Belhaven, couple at Mount Vernon Country Club, but throughout the week we kind of rotate between Belhaven and Army, Navy, and Mount Vernon, and typically about 2 or 3 times a week we'll play 9 holes in the afternoon, which is a whole lot of fun. And then the other days we'll have range days, just get some good work in. Mr. Fitz, he takes a lot of videos of our swing, breaks them down, does a lot of instructional things, which is great. But also one thing that I really like is he lets us focus on what we want to focus on. So if there's a day where we want to go and we really want to focus on our short game, he lets us go focus on our short game. And if there are certain aspects of our swing in the longer, maybe like woods or long iron parts of our game, he lets us do that. So it's a lot of free reign, which is great, and during the practice days.
Great. Thanks, Collier. Coach Fitz, can you talk about what type of golfer might be a good fit for your program?
Well, you're looking at one of them. So Collier Lilly grew up playing golf. He knows the game really well coming into Episcopal. Loved being competitive. Loved working hard, but also liked being part of a team. That was an important thing. And you touched on that a little bit, Collier. Just the idea of I really approach these group of guys and girls as a team, right? And they're definitely. I don't want them to feel like they're all alone out there, right? We do a lot of stuff together as a team. But yeah, so Collier, in addition to playing golf here, he's a basketball player. He's on the varsity basketball team. Like, he's got other things besides just golf that, as most boarding school students do, they're sort of multi-talented and have a lot of different interests. So he's not just thinking about golf 24/7. He's a well-rounded athlete as well as a great golfer. So If you've got some experience, if you've played some competitive golf, and you're sort of at least, I would say, at least kind of a bogey golfer coming in, then you're probably you're someone who might find some success in that and really enjoy it here at Episcopal.
Thanks, Coach. This question will kind of be for each of you, but I know obviously we have the in-season golf component in the spring, and I know for some of our golfers may like to get out there in the fall or in the winter if the weather's nice enough. What are some opportunities for kids that want to have that ability to hit off campus? Is it pretty easy to get on a local course, or how does that all work? And Collier, what might you have done to kind of get ready for this season?
Yeah, I don't know, Collier, you want to begin? You've been pretty aggressive about that in the fall, so you want to talk about what your experience has been?
Yeah, I'd love to. There are lots of great public courses around the DC area. The East Po is one of my favorites to go out there with friends. It's very low key, very relaxed. You go out there one afternoon and get in. You can get in 18 holes in probably about an hour and a half, 2 hours. There's usually not many people out there. We go to East Po for practice sometimes, but yeah, there are lots of great opportunities to get out there on the weekends. And even now with this year, the Episcopal maintenance and facilities have created about a 150-yard driving range on the front lawn, which we used during the fall season of our afternoon options this year, which was great. It limited us to only really being able to hit wedge shots, kind of 9-iron, the longest kind of club you could use, which everyone knows short game's the most important part of golf. So having kind of 2-3 months or kind of 2 months to work on just our short game every single day was very beneficial for me. And also Episcopal just purchased a TrackMan simulator in the recent couple of years. And the TrackMan simulator, if you're not familiar with it, it really you can do virtually anything on it. You can see every aspect of your golf swing, the technical things that you can't really tell when you're just on the range by yourself hitting balls, which has been very helpful. Mr. Fitz setting that up behind us, showing us kind of our launch angle and different stuff like that, our path of the club. But my favorite is definitely going out on the weekends and getting a group of guys and just going to play 9 or 18 holes.
Yeah, and in addition to kind of students organizing things on their own, I like to create outings periodically in the fall. We've done different outings and different times, and they're not required. They're optional, but students who both have an interest in playing, it's a spring sport, so maybe you're a new student and you'd like to come out and maybe meet some of the people on the team. Some of those outings give you an opportunity to meet some of the guys and get to know them, and sort of get in on those fun matches that the returners will go do on their own as well. Yeah.
And I've got one more question for Collier, and then Coach Fitz, any kind of closing points that you want to offer, that'd be great. But Collier, if you had to give advice to a prospective student who's looking at Episcopal and wants to be a golfer here, is there any advice that you would offer that student?
Yeah, my advice is no matter your skill level, no matter anything, if you're interested in golf, even if you just like watching golf on TV, come out for the golf team. There's no downside. Anyone can play the team. It varies from lots of different skill levels. But yeah, if you're interested, come out. It's a whole lot of fun. It's truly the most fun I've had in a sporting season at Episcopal through all my 4 years, all 3 seasons. Mr. Fitz I always tell him he makes it the best. Mr. Fitz is what makes the golf season, is what makes the golf team the golf team. Makes it a whole lot of fun. We have a whole lot of different like competitions throughout or during practices and stuff like that. So it's just a ton of fun. So
that's cool. Yeah, I like to keep it fun. Like Collier was saying even earlier in a previous question, I do give them flexibility. When we go to Army Navy Club or over to Bellhaven, you might have your driving range right here, but you've got your short game practice facility right here. So if on one day you want to really work on the driver, I'm not going to let you work on the driver every day, but if you want to work, I like to give the players some flexibility to work on things that they're working on. A lot of them typically have, swing coaches that they're working with in particular things that they're thinking about. So I like them to own, their games in a lot of respect. But yeah, I mean, I listen, I want it to be a fun experience. We do a lot of competitive stuff, a lot of fun competitive stuff. We have an inter squad competition that runs for several weeks, that ends up the way it ends up in a celebration. We all go to Wendy's and losers pay, of course. And it's a ton of fun, and that's kind of environment, a supportive environment that we like to create. Hearing you talk about we want everyone to come out. It does remind me we've had some players come in with very actually little experience that over the course of their 4 years have really been huge contributors on the varsity team. So, if you're coming in as a freshman or a sophomore, you're certainly, there's a lot more opportunity for you to develop as a player. So anyway, come on out the golf team.
Do you give faculty lessons? Some work
now that we've got a range on the front lawn here, Scott, let's bring them. Let's do it.
I need to get out there. Well, thanks, Coach Fitz and Collier, for joining us today, sharing your perspectives about the golf team and all that it has to offer our golfers at Episcopal High School. For the prospective students out there, if you're interested in playing golf at Episcopal and want to learn a little bit more about the program or start that connection with Coach Fitz, I know he put his contact information on one of those slides, and so feel free to reach out to him with any questions. And if you're interested in getting a player's perspective, I know that he would be happy to share Collier's contact information as well. So we look forward to meeting you all hopefully soon and getting more golfers to Episcopal High School. But thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Mr. Conklin.